Sometimes we become our own worst enemy. We stand in our own way. We stand in the way of our success. We stand in the way of getting what we want in life. So in this video, I want to share with you 7 tips that will help you to get out of your own way and really understand what is going on in your mind, that will not only liberate you, that will not only make you better understand yourself, but also will increase the possibilities of you achieving what you want to achieve in your life. So getting in our own way simply means that the way we used to function, our belief systems, the way we used to talk, we used to carry ourselves, that is no longer aligning or causing hindrances in what we try to achieve in the present state. Our desires change continuously as the time goes by, and with the change in desire, it requires us to change ourselves as well, so that we develop the necessary skills, necessary mindset, which infuels us to take the right kinds of actions that will move us closer to the goals that we desire. But when our own mindsets, when our own actions, when our own preconceived notions and behavioral patterns come in the way of we achieving what we want to achieve, it creates a lot of internal conflict, which is called as cognitive dissonance, and this leads to self-sabotage. You will end up ruining your career, your relationships, everything, just because you couldn't change with time. You couldn't adopt a new mindset and an attitude towards yourself and towards your goals. So to get out of your own way, you have to understand that what served you in the past will not serve you in the future. What got you the results in the past won't get you the results in the future. It is applicable in all areas of your life. Just think about it. The way you behaved with your partner in the first relationship, it won't work in the second relationship. And because of the first relationship, you have created so many belief systems, so many changes in you, and you have created various different mindsets of how world works, of how people are. But when you enter the second relationship, those beliefs are challenged, those mindsets are challenged. So if you continue to work according to your first set of beliefs, your relationship will be turned into ruins. Just think about it. If your first partner was toxic and you started self-blaming, you started becoming insecure, now you bring the same thing in your second relationship, which is not based on any evidence at all, this will ruin it, obviously. So this means you are getting in your own way before you can actually taste any success in relationship or in career. So just realizing that what served you in the past won't serve you in the future will open you up to the new possibilities of self-reflection and doing shadow work that will enable you to change your beliefs, change your actions, change your attitude towards what you really want and care and prioritize in your life. The next is to expand your perspective by listening to other people. The best person you can listen to is the one you are actually dealing with. For example, in your relationship, you have a trouble, and instead of talking and figuring out with your partner, you are involving and taking your friend's advice more seriously than your partner's advice, or you prioritize your friend's perspectives on the situation more than your partner's, then obviously you will ruin it and you will get in your own way of success. So what you have to do is just cultivate the art of listening to other people. It means that you do not take things personally. You look at the situations objectively and you gather data. You try to understand without letting your ego come in, without letting your old patterns come in, without getting overly sensitive. When you look at yourself, your behaviors, your mindsets objectively, and do the same thing with the other person and with the entire dynamic of the relationship, you become much more open-minded. And being open-minded, being psychologically flexible, is the only way you get out of your own way and stop self-sabotaging everything that is going on good in your life. Next is to discern core needs from distractions. Okay, we all have core needs. It can be connection, it can be physical intimacy, it can be words of affirmation, whatever. But you have to understand the difference between these needs and distractions. Distractions can be validation, distraction can be getting overly affectionate, distraction can be anything which doesn't really fulfill you or satisfy you in your own ways. For example, if your core need is to have good quality time, but you are always distracted because of how your partner looks or how they are presenting themselves in the society, if you are running after social validation, which really is not your core need, which won't really satisfy you, but still you are obsessive about that thing, then you have to change your ways and really focus on what is it that you truly need. Once your need is satisfied, those external validations are not going to matter at all. So when you give priorities to these shallow distractions, you steal away everything positive that can come in your way. The next is to resolve your limited beliefs or outdated beliefs with new ones and remove the resistance that will come along the way. The problem is we are getting in our own way, and to overcome that problem we need to change. And when there is going to be a change, there is going to be a resistance. So focus on changing yourself, but also be aware of the different things that will come along the way, such as due to changing your ways you might get more irritable, or you might face difficult emotions or uncomfortable emotions, and you might find it very unusual to act in new different ways, and you might do it so robotically that you have zero awareness of how you are reacting. So understand that there is going to be resistance from yourself, from your internal self, from your old set of beliefs, and you have to work rigorously. You have to keep reminding yourself the importance and the purpose why you want to change, why you want to get out of your own way, so that you experience good things in your life. The next is to be willing to have courage to let go of your comfort zone. If you cannot let go of your comfort zone, you can never reach new heights. And old ways are simply your comfortable zones, right? The way you speak. And if you always give excuses or show this perverted image of total self-acceptance that I am just how I am, I will never change, this is who I am, and if you have this perverted image of self-acceptance, then you will always keep getting in your own way, and the patterns will keep repeating, and you won't really achieve the success that you are really looking for, because your core need is never going to be met. You will always feel dissatisfied, you will always feel empty inside you. So self-sabotage is a pattern, is a tendency which only shows that you need to grow out of your own old ways. You need to grow out of the cocoon so that you can fly. You need to become better version of yourself. And the last is be willing to act against the grain. If you are insecure, just make it a challenge that you are going to be very secure. Okay, just go against the grain. Do the opposite of what you have always been doing. Just try it once. It will develop your confidence, it will develop your courage, and it will develop the flexibility in your mind which is needed to navigate the troubles of life, because it is all about flexibility. When we become so fixated on our own ways, so addicted to our own mindsets and our beliefs that we cannot change ourselves, that best serves us only, then we are never going to get to the next level. So one of the best ways to develop this psychological flexibility is to go against the grain, take a different route to home, do something that you never did, wear something that you would never wear. Okay, just experiment in small things, trying to be different, and that way you will develop the sense of how you need to change your beliefs as well, so that you can stop getting out of your own way. And when you are totally frustrated with self-blame and this awareness that it is you who is standing in your own way for all the good things, when the frustration is so much that it forces you to change, the change will surely come, but that would be too late. So instead, be proactive and take the right actions right now.